In this video, I'm also going to add one more section. How to install the template. Maybe some of you have never done this before, so after you buy it, you might not know how to install it. So, in this video, I'll show you how to do it, all in one go. These are the steps, and there are only a few. First, you'll need to import this template file into your n8n. Second, you'll have to connect it to your own accounts. Third, you'll need to configure the nodes and set up the trigger. Fourth, since the trigger for this workflow is Google Sheets, you'll need to add a new row. And fifth, when you test, I also suggest that you should use low-cost AI models for this. As for the images, you should also choose lower quality ones. After you've checked that the workflow is running, then you can customize it to fit your needs. So now I'll also demo how to purchase and how to install this template for those of you who might be using it for the first time, so you won't feel lost. After I approve the order in the back end, the customer will receive an email like this, titled Access Your Purchase, with a link to download the file and download the worksheet template. So now I'm going to download this JSON file. I'll download it and then just extract it. Alright, after downloading and extracting the file, now you guys will log into your n8n and import the JSON file you just downloaded. There are two files. One is the main workflow, the parent workflow, and one is a sub-workflow, the sub-workflow. So here I'll do a demo for you guys, okay? You will need to create a new workflow. You can name that workflow something easy to remember, okay? So here, look at the top right corner. The top right corner here, there will be an option called Import from File, so just click here. A window will pop up with two files. For each file, you'll import a different workflow. For this workflow, I'll import the main workflow, and I'll create another workflow to import a sub workflow. Maybe now I'll name it, for example, main workflow to avoid confusion. This main workflow. Then you go in here. After importing, it'll look like this, guys. It will be imported into your workflow. So now, the next step is you need to zoom in here, and then you have to fix all the spots where errors are showing up. Here, I left it pinned, so you need to unpin this. Okay, there. So after you unpin, it'll show this error, this red triangle here. So this is an error about not having an account, not being able to link an account. So you'll need to create an account and link all the nodes that are showing this error. As I mentioned clearly in the slide section, these are the things you need. You'll need to prepare these accounts so you can run this workflow. So now, just go ahead and set up the accounts. For example, here we have Google Sheets. Then, all the nodes related to AI models. You'll log in here. You'll add your accounts. This node, this node here, OpenAI model. This is the Google Drive node. The ones that are pinned, like this, you should unpin all of them. Alright, this is the image generation node. This is the Google Drive node. Basically, for any node that shows this red triangle, you need to click on it and add your account in there, okay? So, you'll go through the entire workflow and check all these triangles and fix them all. Here is WordPress. There you go. Here are a few. Also WordPress, and this is Google Document. That's it. So you will click on all of these and then create an account. Just add your account in. So this is the main workflow. Next, we'll need to import the sub-workflow as well. The sub-workflow is to serve this research tool here. Here, it's still linked to the old workflow, right? Now, I'll click here. Not sure if anything will show up. Here, it's telling me to create a new workflow. Could not find workflow, right? So now I'll just import the second file, the sub-workflow file for the research section. You guys can do like me, just click here and it will automatically create a new one. Or you can also save, then go back to the home page. Then you create a new workflow. That's all. Back over here, it has already created a new workflow for me. So now I'll name this, for example, support. flow, or research tool, whatever you like. Here, now I'll name it support flow. And similarly, I'll also import from file and import the support flow file. That's it. So here, there's only one spot with a red triangle. The node with the red triangle is Perplexity AI. Here, you need to have an account with Perplexity AI to run this. Like I said, you might want to consider buying the Perplexity AI Pro account package from Dung. So Dung's Pro package costs just about the price of 8 bowls of pho, but with the Perplexity AI Pro package each month, you'll get $5 in API credit. Every month, it resets. So that $5, if you add it up over 12 months, you'll have $60 in API credits for Perplexity to do research for everything. So I think this is a really good deal. You might want to consider buying it. Yeah. I don't even know if Dung still has keys to sell to everyone or not, so you can contact Dung directly to ask. Okay, anyway, I've finished importing the workflow, so I'll just save it. And now, I need to link the main workflow with the sub-workflow, which is actually in this research tool. You need to go in here, and you need to link the main workflow with the sub-workflow, so that when it gets to this point, it will call this sub-workflow. So this is the first place where I need to use the research tool, and the second place is inside the AI agent researcher here. It also uses the research tool, and I also need to link this AI agent to the sub-workflow so that when it calls the tool, it knows where to call it from. So that's exactly how I link the sub-workflow with both the child workflow and the parent workflow. After you've configured everything, then I'll set it aside for now, and the next step is how to get the Google Sheet file. For this, you also access that file. Then you create a copy to your own drive. Then you link that Google Sheet with this Google Sheet trigger. Just find the right document and then the correct sheet. After that, you just test it. You can add a new row here or do it like me, which is to test manually. And for now, let's temporarily deactivate these two buttons and reactivate this manual trigger button. I'll connect it with the settings, then I'll go into the settings section and manually adjust all these fields to check. Here, there's a note when you test. For the AI models, I set the default to GPT-4o because I find that this model is the most stable. It returns the JSON result according to the requirements quite reliably. You can also try other models, but they might encounter errors with AI nodes like this. I think you should just leave it as is and test with GPT-4o here. When I run multiple AI agent nodes, I have a requirement that the result it returns must be JSON, MA, specific format, following a predefined structure and including certain fields. So I find that GPT-4o does this really well. I think when testing, you should test with 4o first. Later on, if you want to customize and choose a different model, you can try that afterwards. But when testing, you should just leave it as the default. Secondly, when testing, I think you should also change the image generation part, because this image generation part is both slow and expensive. It costs money, guys. So, when generating images, actually, you can also switch it to a cheaper model like DALL-E 2, and as for the image quality, the image resolution, you should set it to lower values to make it cheaper, guys. So that when we check, we can check whether the workflow runs smoothly first. Then later, when we're sure it's running smoothly, we can switch back to the high-quality models, which are more expensive. But when we're testing, we should test with the cheap models. For images, that means using low resolution. Just keep the quality low to save costs. Next, let's run it once to see if the workflow is running smoothly yet, and check if there are any errors. Once it's done running, then you can start customizing. Actually, in the slides, I've talked about this a lot already. I don't know if it's just me overthinking, because there are a few people who have messaged and commented on some of my videos, so I realized that some of you are also having trouble with using n8n, like importing templates, running templates, and checking how it works. So, while I'm at it in this video, I'll guide you through it as well. Alright, after you've checked the workflow, and everything is okay, and everything is running smoothly, that's when you can start customizing to modify the workflow to fit your own needs. So, in the product description section, in the FAQ, I've talked about this a lot, but I'll repeat it. Better to say it too much than too little, so I'll go over it again. When you make a purchase, what you're actually buying is the template file. You buy it, and then you'll need to know how to set it up and set it up yourself. But if you want technical support or customization based on your needs, then that's a separate service. So if anyone is interested, you can check out the shop section. I also have information about those separate services there. So take a look, and if you really need it, you can contact me to place an order, okay? And I bet you've learned something from this video of mine. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to give me a like and leave a comment below to let me know. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching, then remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. If you're still here watching up to this point, then thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.